What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? It's Uncle Muscles. I don't normally record videos like this. I already recorded this once, as usual, and I completely messed it up, so we're going to do it again. And I appreciate you guys checking this out. I've been doing a lot of videos on hacking lately, and this is just one of the games I played recently with Torbjorn. I'm just going to explain right off the bat. If you're playing against hackers a lot, and you understand how to play Torbjorn, you like Torbjorn, you don't hate him, he's really good to counter hackers. Projectile characters in general, you would think, not so good. They're actually pretty good, specifically because of the ray detection that I'm talking about a lot in these hacking videos. You can kind of control where characters are being placed, and because projectiles have a delay effect, they end up applying the damage by the time the actual person who is hacking tries to move the direction they're not supposed to, because their hacks are trying to prevent them. But when they force it, by the time they force it, the bullet connects and you have a headshot. And I'm going to show that in this video a couple times. The other thing about Torb specifically is that Torb has a secondary ability which allows you to deploy another ray that also aims. And so now the aim detection that's going on in the game, or the ray detection that goes on by hackers rather, that is, you're going to have two DPS that are attacking potentially the same player, and if you do that, it really messes up the hack. So I'm going to show you why Torb, in my opinion, really should be being played by a lot more players, specifically if you're dealing with hacking. If it's not something you notice, well, then don't worry about it, obviously. I deal with this a lot. I get Q-stacked a lot. A lot of hackers are focusing me now, even more specifically because I'm bringing light to the issue. So I'm getting a lot of hacking, and I highly recommend, if you have it too, or if you're just interested in maybe trying to, try the muscles method, Torbjorn is a great character to do it with. I'm going to just run through this video really quickly without... I might talk over it, but I'm just going to run through it, and then I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about with the muscles method, what I'm doing with my crosshair, how I'm controlling other players, and how you can do it to, kill hackers and get a higher KD, more kills. All right, let's just play this video. We're starting off at 820. I'm about to pop my ult. Reaper just saved us by getting a triple kill with the Death Blossom. Not important to the video, but very important to this game being won. So I appreciate it, Reaper. Thank you. I love you. Let's go to mouse pointer mode, and we're just going to play this out, and you're going to see there's about 4 or 5 instances of people hacking, at least, that we see right here. Also on the top left, I think there is a McCree or something doing some stuff. We'll see that in a second, but let's just play through the video. Yeah, okay, so Soldier right there on the right, that's going to be our first issue. McCree's over on top left, then Moore over here on the right-hand side is going to get caught. That's something else we're going to talk about in a second. Then you have Ana and Moira both colliding on the Rhino over here on the left-hand side, which is pretty interesting. McCree walks into a bullet. That's one of the headshots I'm talking about. Moira then walks into a bullet. Another headshot I'm talking about. Ramatra's having a hard time here because I'm making him wiggle. And then Ana comes down, drops down, walks into a headshot. Thank you very much, Ana. I appreciate it. And then McCree and Soldier, I think they're looking at my crosshair, waiting for me to not be aiming at them so they can drop in. Moira has a problem. She gets stuck on the wall. McCree ends up ducking my turret's ray, and then I end up making him wiggle, and then I hit him with my shotgun. Okay, so that's the clip and me explaining it over, and let's go into detail what I'm talking about. Okay, so back down to 828, right? That's where we're starting the video, I believe. Perfect. Okay, so I'm Torbjorn. You're going to notice right off the bat, Soldier is going to end up like over here, something like that. Actually, hold on, we'll use green for Soldier. Soldier's going to end up like over in this direction. My turret, this little square, is going to end up like right here, and he's not going to really be able to walk past this. You're going to see him kind of wiggle around either side of my this crosshair once it gets over here. That's the first thing. I didn't actually mention that in the first video, but we're going to see that right now. So let's actually look at that really quickly. I'm going to put this on a slower speed as well. Cool, excellent. And we'll put this at 25%. Cool. So on the right-hand side, okay, top left for Matcha. I think there's a McCree. Soldier. Cool. Let's actually just back up for a hot second. So 29. cool. My turret, is that my turret? That has to be my turret shooting right now, right? My turret is actually targeting Soldier, and I think he wiggles to the left. Let's just double check this really quickly. Yep, there we go. My turret doesn't, and he's trying to walk into my turret's thing, and you can see he went to the left first, right? And then I cut him off with my turret. Now you'll notice, so basically what just happened here, my turret is coming from the top left. I didn't even notice this, is coming from here, and then this gun is shooting this way. Soldier is caught right here in the middle. Now, I didn't really even catch this at the time, but that's why he's taking damage. He's running my turret, and he's rocking around. Now, let's see what happens. I actually kind of forgot. I think he ends up getting out of this. I don't think I noticed that what I'm doing with my turret. And I probably end up moving my gun over here and forcing him this way. That would make the most sense. Let's look. Nope, I'm keeping him over there. Okay, so I end up holding there. He's still being held there, and he's getting caught in between my turret and this. Actually, I think my turret's about to get cut off by the payload. Either that or he's hiding behind a car, and I can't see him anymore. But you see how he wiggles in between those two things. Now, you could just say, Torbjorn, you're really good, and you're just using crossfire on an opponent with your ability. That could be part of it. I won't lie. Okay, so we're keeping going. Okay, now I pop ult here, and I think I get lucky against the Ramatra. I'm not really sure how this happens. I spam it right on top of him. He walks right into it. Bam. Okay, that's a really nice ult, to be honest. McCree's top left. He walks into that. Fantastic. I'm not hitting anybody. Oh, let's take off this stuff. McCree misses his ult. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, now this is where it gets super interesting. More is on the right-hand side. My crosshair's down here. I'm going to start pushing Moira. This is a wall. My crosshair is a wall. Really nice straight line I made. This is a wall, my crosshair. I'm going to be moving my crosshair to the right. When I move it to the right, Moira is going to move to the right. This crosshair is going to be this wall. It's going to push Moira to the right until, and I'll show you in a bit, I end up placing this crosshair on this side of her, and she goes to the left. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on here. We're going to push Moira in here, and the whole idea is we're pushing her in here to this ledge right here. When she gets caught on this ledge, we're going to feed our crosshair back in between her right here, because she's going to want to take cover on this wall, right? But when my crosshair's shooting at her, whoop, right here, she won't be able to go through. So we'll see in a second. So we're just going to clear all this. I'm going to show you the wall. Where's my crosshair? So this is a wall. Now just watch this. Watch her move over around this. This is really important. Watch this. Okay, and hit play. Okay, and now you just saw that. I went to on and she moves to the left. Now she could just be automatically strafing, or she could have just done that with my thing. It's most likely my crosshair. She hacks later and thing. Okay, now I kind of mess this up. She's walking into it, and then I immediately do the wrong thing when you're hacking. This is how you're supposed to aim. You think she's going to fall. You think she's going this way, but you go too quickly. You got to kind of push her in first, so she's for sure going that way. Because if I go this way, she can still go here. Ryan's not close enough yet for this to really make a difference. So I mess up by aiming on the inside of her. Then I get lucky, and I move back on the outside. She didn't stray fast enough. Now she's caught. Notice, she can't. She's not moving. Ryan's over here. She's literally trying to get past on the left side, or on her right side. My left, her right. We'll go back 1 second here. Literally just 1 second. Okay, watch. I'm keeping her. Keeping her. Keeping her. I messed up, but she strafed already, and I got lucky. And here's the thing. That's what I want, because Ryan is stuck over there. Ryan's over here. And now that she's going in here, if I can keep my crosshair in between this wall, right? And let's just say Mora, right? Mora's right here at the time. If I can keep it here, she's not going to go through this wall. You just saw right at the end there, Mora tried to escape this way. My crosshair was here, she went this way. That's correct. Now, what you don't want to do is put your crosshair on the outside and have her sit there until you get there. You want to put it in the inside and keep her out, and then when you have visual on her, then you push her in. I think I said that backwards. When you have visual on her, then you keep her away from the wall. Or push her into the wall if that's where you can keep the pivot point. It's all about using the corner of a wall as a pivot point for your aim, and then deciding whether or not, which is the safest direction for her to be running to. If she's going to be running into a wall, you want to push her into a wall. If she's going to be running into a corner, you want to keep it, or if she's going to be trying to get behind a wall that you can't see, you want to keep your crosshair in the middle, because she'll just end up walking right into the crosshair and stopping. It's just how it is. I mean, that's how the hacks work. I've been doing this a lot. A lot. Anyway, let's continue. Let's do next. All right, okay, back. We got more out of there. Ryan's over there. She ends up dashing out of this, and that's okay for now. You'll see later on how this works a little bit more in a second. Okay, we'll just do that, and we're going to put our wall back on here, because I like using this wall. I'm really bad at drawing straight lines, apparently. Cool. All right, let's hit play. So Ryan goes for like a dash or swing. Mora's out. Now look at Anna. Okay, no, Mora dashes out. Now Anna never walks past my crosshair, right? And now I'm pushing Anna and Mora at the same time. I try to get it in there, push him back, but they're still walking. Anna actually gets caught by Ryan. And now I'm taking cover. There's a McCree over here who seems to just be standing right behind my crosshair. He ends up rolling underneath the crosshair. Mora is trying to get past Ryan. I'm holding my crosshair in front of her, and she ends up walking back to the Rhine. Interesting. Let's actually go back and watch that in slower motion here, because there's quite a lot to digest in that. There's 3 seconds of gameplay, to be honest. So, okay, so. All right, Mora comes back out. Right, so Mora dashes out. You can see my line here. That's my wall. Mora dashed out. There's Anna. Bam. Anna's strafing. Here's my line. Here's the wall. Here's Mora. Mora, literally, by the way, this is the oddest thing. She dashes out of her teleporter thing right at my, like, literally right at the wall. Whatever, okay? Coincidence? Doubt. Right? Now I'm holding it here, and I think I messed up. I bring it over too far. And in reality, what I should do is actually hold them both here. I want to actually have it ahead of them at this point, because if I can push them back in the Rhine, that's the best way to do it. I think I switch it. I'm trying to get ahead of them, and I mess it up. I put my turret down. I'm too slow. And then I realize, okay, I should be on the other side of them. And then at that point, I might have been noticing this. I wonder if McCree can detect this. I don't think I see McCree at this point. He's still, even though I'm behind a wall right now, or 2 walls even, kind of technically, he's still standing behind this, like, imaginary wall I'm making with my array. So let's continue. Okay, cool. So I end up aiming directly at McCree's head. He's going to roll. Come on. Come on. All right. So I aimed at his head for a microsecond, and he rolls. Okay. Right. Now I'm holding. Now McCree's on this side of the Rhine, and Mora's on this side of the Rhine. I'm literally keeping them split with this wall in the middle. Very interesting. Mora's trying to go this way. I think McCree's trying to do something over here. I end up pushing them both that way. Right? That's kind of what we want. But you watch. Mora is going this way, trying to get on the other side of the Rhine, and I'm like, nah, there's an invisible wall here that your hacks detect. Watch. Okay, and then look at, so she was literally walking forward. My crosshair's right here when she walks forward. Right? She's walking forward. Boom, forward. I ended up putting it behind her to push her into Rhine. Genius IQ play right there. Genius level IQ plays right there. Mora, once again, dips out right before my crosshair. Didn't even notice that in the first video. She, right before my crosshair, boom. That's some good hacks right there. Love it. Love it, man. Love it, man. Okay, so there you go. We got that. Now, McCree and Mora are stuck on this side of the wall, right? I'm pushing them. Now, this is what I was talking about before. We're actually going to take off the wall here. So now I've pushed them against this edge, right? Now, this is my new thing. What I want to do is get their bodies on this side. I know they're trying to go this way. They want to go this way. This is the wall. This is my aim detection. They know that. This is their aim detection. They can detect my aim going this way, right? I want them to be here, and I want my crosshair to be exactly here. I want it to be shooting, just spamming this thing so it arcs right at their head, because Ryan's right here. Look at fucking Ryan. You see this guy right here? Excuse my language. Look at this guy. What? They're going forward? No, they're trying to go backwards. There's no way they're trying to go towards Ryan. Only I do things like that. Nobody else does things like that. I do that. Nobody else. He's not going to run at the Ryan. I'm trying to keep my crosshair in between, so either he's running at the Ryan or he starts stumbling back like a Drangus. Okay, let's continue. Right? So that's what we're trying to do. Do we have the wall? We don't have a wall. We'll put a wall up in a second. Let's put up a wall. Perfect. And continue. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, there's the players there, too. Whoops. The little green guy, I didn't really notice he was just standing there. Funny. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. Whoop. All right, and now we'll play. Cool. All right, so look at. Now, even more is actually still, it looks like more is still being detected through the wall here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but more is still hiding behind this. Now, I don't know about this guy, but he can't see that ray. I've always wondered about how many levels deep does the ray work? Is it 2 walls? Is it 1 wall? Is there, like, I don't know how it works on the server, and I don't know. I'm very curious. Anyway. Okay, so look at mine. I put it back behind Mora. I wonder if Mora ends up going this way. I can't see her at the moment. I'm just wiggling my mouse. I'm thinking that maybe Mora is being able to see this through my mouse. So let's see. No. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I see McCree going forward. I try to get ahead of him. Where does this get? The shot is shot, I think, here. And I put my cursor ahead of his head right after the shot's let go. So if you think about this, right? I'm letting go of the shot here, right? But my cursor ends up on this side of his head. By the time the shot lands here, McCree, his auto movement will have moved him back. And this is how you kill hackers in Overwatch. It's called the unclemusclez method, or the muscles method for short. It's funny. All right, so watch. Back. Cool. We got the wall. Hit play. We'll go to the thing. Okay, so we'll go back 1 second here just so we can see that one more time. It's kind of hard to see, but then when you go, oh my god, you're actually controlling him? It's like, yeah, I am. So, okay, so... Oh, did he die already? Oh, he's dead. We gotta bring back, like... Okay. Okay, so... I'm trying to get behind him, and he goes forward, and he kind of gets stuck. Now, he's also running in the right, I don't understand, but I do the same thing to Mora in a second. Actually, no, I think I do it to... I'm about to do it to Mora. But Ramacha runs in. Bam. There you go. So I end up doing the exact same thing I did to McCree, accidentally to Mora right afterwards. This is why I made this video, because I'm like, I also get like 4 or 5 other headshots in this thing. I'll put the replay code in the description, so if you guys want to watch it, feel free. I'm getting hacked hard against in the beginning of this match. I don't know what happens, but they end up just giving up. I think that Reaper really made a difference. There's a couple things, I don't know what happened. We were getting rolled, and then all of a sudden, I won. I also came off of 4 losses for this one. This was going to be a 5th loss. I don't know exactly what happened, but whatever. Got lucky. Like I said, I'm getting Q-stacked a lot. Anyway, one more time. We're going to watch this. Right? So, there, McCree's down. Right? Now, I'm trying to hit more. Oh, that went right through. Wow, McCree's body didn't even fall yet. One more time here. Okay, so there's McCree. Right? Now, I'm trying to push it. Mora is literally just flying all over the place. And then I put it... I think I was going for the Mora there, and then I'm like, I don't see her anymore. Let's see if we can get the McCree. I end up shooting it right behind him, and I'm moving my cursor in front of his head right at the same time. Boom. This is my new technique. Shoot right before you hit their head, move your cursor past their head. They're probably going to walk into your bullet every time. Literally shoot before their head. That's what I noticed in watching the video last time, and I was like, oh, okay, that is sick. So I would try that. Try shooting before their head, move the cursor past, they'll walk back into it. That's my new technique. I didn't realize I was doing it in this video until I watched it. I was like, oh, yeah, that does make sense, though, especially with everything else. So it's just part. All right, so we'll continue. So McCree just ate one, and now I'm really on Mora. And I actually tried it, like, I'm shooting here and going this way. Because I'm just shooting, and then I'm trying to control her. She's going left. I know she's strafing there. I want to keep shooting there, because I know she's going to walk into it. But I didn't think that if you shoot there and then go back quickly, she'll definitely walk into it. Duh. You're trying to force them to walk into it because they're moving backwards, thinking they can move backwards, and then the ray detection goes no, and then their body stops. So then they hit it again, and then they go back. But if you can, like a hockey puck, sorry, this is the analogy I was using. Basically, think of their head like a hockey puck, and you have a hockey stick. And when you're trying to move the hockey puck up the ice, you're hitting it from both sides. That's basically how you aim with like projectile characters in Overwatch. Now, that seems also kind of intuitive, but the reality is with hackers, they just feed you deaths because their movement becomes very predictable at that point. When you're hitting them, when you're constantly aiming at them from both angles, or if you have a Torbjorn turret also aiming at them at the same time, which we'll see a perfect example of that in a second, trust me, you can kind of control which direction their auto movement is going to push them. You're just literally aiming the opposite of whichever direction you want them to go. Like a hockey puck. Anyway, the MUSCLEZ method. Let's continue. Okay, so I'm aiming for Mora. Mora ends up zigzagging, and then Ramattra ends up eating some of the damage here, which is beautiful. Love it. Thank you. And I end up switching to Ramattra because I'm so good. Bam. And that's the little tricky trick. So I shot and kept moving my thing, and that seems to be the little that's almost like it's like a reverse exploit. Like people are hacking, okay, shoot swipe. Bam, they're dead. Nice. Nice-oo. All right. Okay. So then Ramattra's now watch this. So now Ramattra over here or Ghoul. I now think I'm now pushing him around. So you'll notice right here, he's walking this direction, but I am keeping him moving this direction with my crosshair. Now you could just say, oh yeah, no, you're just trailing him. But no, I mean like my crosshair moves in, he starts strafing more. Then he goes back in. Then I keep my crosshair on the right side of him, he moves to the left. Then I put my crosshair on the right side of him, he moves to the, or left side of him, moves to the right. And then that's pretty much that. So I would say Ramattra is probably using auto movement as well. I'm aiming at a nice juicy wall. You know how that works.
Thank you.
I'm trying to turn my mouse around because it takes me an hour to move. Now here's Ana, and this is when I realized I have to make a video because this shot is 81 million IQ. All right? That's how crazy it is. I see Ana here. And I'm like, okay, I need to get my crosshair on the right side of her. So let's try to do that. So I start. Shoot. Swipe back. Deadzo. A new character. Let's just one more time on this one. Right? So Anna's on the right. I see her. I immediately put the right. Look how far away. And then you can say she's kind of walking into that, but it looks like she's wiggles back. I am shooting oh, I'm not shooting behind her head. No. Let's just double check this really quickly. Hold on. Let me just double check what I'm saying here. If this even makes any sense. It is a 900 IQ play. Anna comes out. Oh, no, that's after. That's after already. She's already dead. Okay. Anna drops down. I see her on the right. I want to get my crosshair on her. Now, she jumps too. I don't know why she would jump there. Maybe. I don't know. But Ryan's aiming at her. Reaper's aiming at her. And then I flick the Torb bullet at her. And that seems to work. Is it before or after her head? Because technically, I gotta just... This is hard for me to understand. So when I shoot... Nope. Is it too late? 9:05. Approaching the final destination. She's landing into it at that point. All right, I want to make the argument that I pushed her into it, but she's getting attacked by so many people. This might not be as applicable to Anna as I thought. The thing that's alarming to me is that I'm getting so many headshots. Why does she jump the moment I flick towards her, though? I mean, that's really... she is jumping a lot. She is jumping a lot. I'll give her this. Right into the head here. I was on this side of her. I go by, and I'm shooting right here. You can see my this is where it's shot. So she lands right into it. She should land like about here, but I cross back over to my left here. Let's see if I cross her head. Yep. You see? And that's the kill. Now that one's harder to see, I would say. I'll grant you that. It's just too coincidental, all of these headshots. I'm not trying to get headshots. I'm just literally shooting. All I'm trying to do as of the game as of lately is just get bullets ahead of players, or where they're ahead of players, even if they're on the inside trying to strafe back into a thing. I'm ahead of them. So just getting my bullets as Torbjorn ahead of players. So if they're walking backwards and you shoot before they walk ahead or backwards, that's ahead of them. The whole thing with Torbjorn is just putting your bullets ahead of players. But the problem is that you know how to make players move in the direction you want because they're using the auto movement. So it's alarming. I think that's it. So we take out Anna here. No, okay. Now this is McCree's last little problem here. So McCree and Soldier are trying to drop down. They're having a hard time. Soldier comes down. I think he's about to get wiped out pretty hard by Ryan pretty immediately. Maybe it's Reaper that takes him out. I wave because they're just waiting. Do I even see them coming out, or what's going on?
Time to let off some steam.
Okay, I throw my turret against the wall here. Perfect.
I foresee great things for you.
Mora's back out. Interesting. That turret is really important here. We're going to have to take note of that.
Hello.
Okay, so now I'm back on the Moira. Here's my wall. I guess notice who's that up there? Who's Maniac? Maniac, or that's McCree. Notice how they're both on the inside of my crosshair. Mora stops the moment I start aiming this way. McCree stopped here, and that's it. Look at that. McCree, oh, no, he's jumping. Mora is moving around my crosshair here. Let's go back 1 second or 2 seconds. So I have my wall of Mora. Bam. Mora's moving. Mora was literally trying to go past my crosshair, and then she stops moving forward. She's still moving, but not moving forward. She's just strafing towards me more, not even looking at me. She stops in front of my crosshair's ray, but doesn't even look at me. Perfectly. Now it's still in front of her, right? The wall is still in front of her, and then I get behind her. Let's see. Then she starts moving this way a bit. Let's see what happens. Then I do the little swishy swish on her by accident. I'm not even realizing. I don't realize what I'm doing until I start watching this video. And I miss it. I should have shot here and then swipe back over. And now this is what's really important here. McCree jumps up. I missed Mora there, but you can see I was controlling her. McCree is getting shot by my turret. Oh, I think we need to go back a second. I think I already missed the part. There's a part where McCree just crouches the moment my turret sees him. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay, so right after Mora dies, because my turret's actually, this is how I noticed, my turret's actually shooting the Mora. Right, so my turret switches target. You can see where it's aiming too. The moment my turret aims, this is the direction I aim. McCree's head was right here. Right? We're gonna leave this superimposed on this, and we're just gonna go back 1 second, so you can see what I'm talking. Oh. Right. Right. There's McCree. Mora's about to die. You saw that? The moment she dies. Now, this is what I was talking. Oh, I talked about in the video and I didn't look it up. I gotta look it up again. Oh, there's a video that Flat just referred to about McCree's ultimate. Why McCree's ultimate always messes up. I forget the guy's name. Meliner? Is that right? I think maybe it's Meliner. I forget. Sorry. Anyway. He did a really good video explaining hit detection and ultimates, or McCree's ultimate, and how bullets, how like you can. Oh, I have contact, but by the time you shoot, it doesn't necessarily. Like there's still like some delay there. There is some calculation and server side prediction, etc. So it's like he was explaining all this. I need to rewatch and study that video because a lot of that will probably explain other ways that you can manipulate people hacking in the game. So, like, this is a pretty clear-cut example. Like, you just saw. His head was right here. The moment she dies, his head drops down. Because this is where the new hit detection is. Now, the bullet hasn't shot yet. He hasn't taken any damage. But he immediately crouches. Immediately. This is auto movement. This is auto crouch. Okay? This is... A lot of characters have this. They have auto dash. Mora was probably using that earlier. Auto crouch. Auto grapple. Auto jump, auto spin, auto strafe, auto movement. Auto movement. Okay? That's the joke. All right. Anyway, so that's it. That's McCree's head. About to get detected, immediately crouches. Very interesting, very interesting. So we can just clear the last couple ones here. I don't need to do the little guy here. So we can just go forward. So there you go, McCree. There's McCree going forward. Bam. Now the turret's back on him. He just crouched. He crouched, but it didn't matter because the turret's on him. This is what I'm saying. Turrets are really good against hackers. They're not going to lose that line of sight. So if they're moving all over the place, the turret's always going to be on them. It doesn't matter. It's very good, turret. Love you. Love you, turret. I didn't realize what I was doing. People would yell at me for playing Torbjorn for years, and I never understood what the problem was. Now I understand. It's not that he's a bad player or anything. He destroys hackers. Destroys them, and it's always been the case. It's always been. I just didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand how to use it. Now I do. Now I know how to utilize it. So let's continue. It's not much more. McCree walks into it. I mean, that's kind of an easy shot, but you can kind of see that he's being attacked by the turret. It's kind of hard to have movement detection when you have multiple things shooting at you once. And at this point, Ramacho just gives up. That's the end of the game. Excuse me. That's it, guys. That's all I want to show you. Guys, I would highly recommend using the MUSCLEZ method. Try using Torbjorn. It works with other projectile characters too. Look into Farah. I'm gonna link the video I was talking about the hit detection and the hitbox detection stuff in the video. Also, the replay for this video is linked, or it's up and it will be linked. I made another version of this video already. It didn't really work out, so if you guys saw that, sorry, it was such horrible quality. I appreciate anybody checking this one out. It really means a lot to me. Twitch.tv/unclemusclez. Like, follow, subscribe. I'm on TikTok. TikTok.com/@UncleMusclez. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Peace. Y'alls. Bye.